Super Mario Galaxy is one of the most beloved and highest rated 3D platformers in the history of not just Mario, but gaming period. What happens if we turn that game into a movie? I can't answer that because the Super Mario Galaxy movie is a sequel to the Super Mario Bros. Movie first, and a Galaxy adaptation barely. In today's video, we're going over my thoughts of the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Make sure you like and comment what you think, subscribe to the channel, my music channel Mikeywf, where I just released a cover of Gusty Garden Galaxy's theme.
Every step I take goes along the runway, preparing for takeoff any of these days.
Support my Patreon where you can get all my content in one place and videos early, and follow me on my other social media platforms. Now, let's go! I'm gonna start with a plot summary because there's not a lot to go over. If you haven't seen the movie and want to, save the video and watch it later. My spoiler-free thoughts are: it was animated very well, really colorful, pretty, lots of action, so if that's your thing, you might be entertained. This movie still hasn't done anything to sell me on Chris Pratt as Mario, or the movie versions of Mario and Peach at all. Well, Peach has like one specific moment I actually liked, but that's about it. And that's kinda all I got, so on to the spoilers. The movie starts off with the only scenes of Rosalina we've seen in the trailers. She's getting her Lumas ready for bed, Bowser Jr. shows up to kidnap her, she gets captured in order to save one of the Luma, and Mario and Luigi are in the Sand Kingdom from Super Mario Odyssey, and they find Yoshi in a blocked pipe. Then they go to Peach's birthday party, and the Luma Rosalina sacrificed herself for crashes in. Luma tells Peach that their mom told them stories about her, and to find her if anything happened to Rosalina. So Peach and Toad leave for the Gateway Galaxy to save Rosalina. Bowser Jr. then arrives in the Mushroom Kingdom to free Bowser from captivity. He abducts Peach's castle, with Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, and Bowser trapped inside, but drops the castle in Honey Hive Galaxy. Jr. finds and rescues Bowser, and they have an actually touching reunion. We get the background as to why Jr.'s doing all this when he was like even younger, cause I'm not sure how old the kid is. Like, he can't be older than 10, right? Bowser would tell him stories about how they'd build their own planet with a Boomsday weapon that would be powered by the most powerful princess in existence, Rosalina, and they'd blow up everybody they thought was lame. Respectable goals, honestly. I might add that to my world domination mood board. At the Gateway Galaxy, Peach beats up a bunch of ninjas, Birdo's there, hashtag trans rights, she and Toad meet Rob, another bit I liked, Star Fox, who got into a Mario movie before Daisy, Wario, Toadette, and Bowser's other children he doesn't claim by the way, is also there. Then Mario shows up and fumbled the easiest layup with his crush ever. Fox agrees to fly them to where Rosalina is being held captive. Then Bowser Jr. babyfied the Mario Bros, and the group crash lands on a planet that seems to be Fossil Falls from Super Mario Odyssey. Sure are a lot of Odyssey locations in a movie that's supposed to be adapting a game that came out 10 years before it, but whatever. Pointless hijinks ensue, and the Luma show up in the Comet Observatory to pick up the gang. Peach reads a storybook Rosalina has of her and finds out they're sisters. Pour one up for the Rosalina Peach shippers, the Rosalina is Peach's daughter theorizers, and Rosalina's little brother who doesn't exist anymore. Or yet with how they make these movies. The gang made their way to Bowser's planet, which Jr. built while they were apart, to save Rosalina. Jr. plays Mario Maker, Bowser dies, then comes back to life, Jr. gets eaten, Mario saves him, Peach saves Rosalina, and the movie ends. Oh, and Daisy punches a monkey in the last post-credit scene. Y'all see how quick I summed up a movie plot? I left out a few things, but you wouldn't notice because it didn't add anything to the overall story. Hell, I could have left out more stuff. But let's start with some positives, shall we? Bowser and Bowser Jr. are the heart and highlights of this film. I smiled every time they were on screen. I was a little worried about Jr.'s character when they revealed his voice actor, but Nintendo's still yet to fumble this dude's character. He's a little shit, which is why he's my favorite Mario character, and does everything for his dad's approval. Then you have Bowser, who I guess was partially rehabilitated by his time locked away in the Mushroom Kingdom. I thought it was all an act to get let out early, but he actually struggled with the idea of hurting Mario and Luigi for a bit. In a twisted, yet kinda sweet way, it's Jr. that brings him back to his old ways because he wants to live up to his son's expectations of him, and I love that. Jr. thinks Bowser is the best just the way he is and wants to make him proud, while Bowser wants to be a hero in Jr.'s eyes and will do anything to make him happy. They managed to flesh out their relationship more than the games have in all their years of existence. Crazy that that's about the only things these films are willing to flesh out so far. It's a treat every time they're on screen. Easily the best parts of the movie. Kinda need a Bowser movie starring them now. Aside from the goated father-son duo, I enjoyed how pretty the animation is, and 99% of the film's soundtrack is video game music, so that's cool. It's nice to see this movie actually push Mario and Peach as an item, since Nintendo of America became allergic to the idea at some point. They still don't have much, if any, chemistry though. Maybe they would if the movie thought it was worth it to slow down and let characters be, characters. On that note, I guess it's time to jump into my critiques. Now, I'm not a giant Mario fan, so I'll try not to spend too long harping on the lack of substance this film provides, but they absolutely didn't learn shit from the first movie, which I liked, mind you. But the only criticism they addressed was Mario and Luigi not being together, which is cool, but y'all, this is a film. I don't care that it's based on a video game. I don't care that Mario hardly has narratives. That's fine for a video game, because the main and most important aspect of a video game is the gameplay. The most important aspect of a film is the story, the journey we go on with these characters. In the Illumination Mario movies, we're basically going on a 90-minute Easter egg hunt, jingling keys in front of Nintendo fans, with action scenes or jokes every 5 minutes. Which, I mean, neat if you're into that, but I want to be invested in a film when I watch, and I can get invested in damn near anything. This is coming from a dude whose favorite genre of show and film is action, adventure, and comedy. For context, here's a list of some of my favorite shows: Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Legend of Korra, Hunter x Hunter, Naruto, all anime iterations of Dragon Ball minus Daima and GT, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, Justice League, Teen Titans. As great as the action in this film is, and credit where credit is due, the fight choreography is great in this movie. It feels like sauce on a mediocre burger. Adding sauce to an amazing burger enhances everything, but you can still taste the disappointment when you try to add it to a mediocre one. All the shows I listed do more with their characters in 22 minutes than this movie does in almost 100. The plot is barely existent, there's no character development for any of the protagonists, and there's no moments where we sit down with any of them and reflect on what's going on around them. Peach remembers Rosalina when she sees her face, then we go into a chase scene, then a fight scene, then she finds out they're sisters, then it's the attack on Bowser's planet. How does she feel about all this? We don't know, because the only time they talk about what's going on around her is when her and Mario are being not frustrated together. Which was a cute moment, I won't lie. But it should have been longer, and we needed like at least 5 more of them throughout the film with other characters. But Mikey, it's a kids movie, you shouldn't have expectations. Let me stop you right there, because while I can and will prove that wrong with examples of phenomenal kids media, we need to nip that mindset in the bud. One of my favorite quotes when it comes to creating comes from the Reverend Wilbert Audrey, the author of the Railway series, the books in which the Thomas and Friends TV series is based upon. He says, "You're not merely writing for children, you're writing for the unfortunate people who've got to read their stories over and over and over again." He also took care not to talk down to children in his stories. This "it's for kids" mindset implies children don't deserve well-crafted media, and that's stupid considering there's plenty of amazing kids movies. Look at this tweet of mine for some examples. Kids need and deserve media that makes them think, that they can engage with and ask questions so they grow up to become decent adults. Not shit that's like some YouTube shorts that they watch on autopilot and grow up to be bums. I want better for them, because they've had better, and because Mario fans deserve better. They know how broad the audience is, otherwise there wouldn't be Easter eggs from decades ago that kids wouldn't get. Instead of making excuses and arguing with people that have valid critiques, y'all should listen, use discernment, and ask for more of Illumination and Nintendo. No one's asking for a mega deep plot, y'all are just saying that to deflect. I want a plot. That's it. The Lego movie is probably the blueprint they should follow. It's a simple plot with a simple message and a lot of heart. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It was great. The Super Mario Galaxy movie isn't a Super Mario Galaxy movie. It's Mario's 40th anniversary, the movie. I feel so bad for Rosalina fans, man. One of the only Mario characters with a fleshed out backstory, and they disregarded to make up a relationship between her and Peach. I don't like the change, honestly. It does neither of them any favors, and the two have never even spoken in any of the mainline games. So I think the only reason they did it was because the theme of the movie is kinda family. There's Mario and Luigi, Bowser and Bowser Jr., but they do nothing with it. They do nothing to make me care about them being sisters, so why should I? And if you aren't going to do anything meaningful with the change, then why change it? I think having them both be representatives of found family, with Peach and her Toads, and Rosalina and the Lumas, would have been stronger. Plus, I don't like the idea of Peach being a cosmic being born of Stardust. Like, nigga, it's Peach, what? My final thoughts on the movie are, it's eh. I didn't like it as much as the first, but I didn't hate it at all. I judge sequels harder than the initial film, because you're supposed to learn from the criticisms of the first, and fix them, then come back with a stronger movie in the next one. And they didn't. It has its genuine good moments, but they're too few and far between the lightning fast pacing of the film. If you like the first one, you should definitely see it. You're in for more of the same. If you're a Mario fan, you'll probably have a good time. If you're mostly a Mario Galaxy fan, I'd temper your expectations. Overall, I'd give it a 5 out of 10 for now. Not good, not bad, just mid. I'll watch it again when it comes to streaming, so I'm definitely not calling it bad. I hope they really step it up for the third one though, but I'll believe that when I see it. If you really like this movie, more power to you. There's truly an audience for everything. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you tell me your thoughts on the movie in the comments, and what you thought of the review. Subscribe and click on another video on the screen to watch. I'll catch you next time.